Okay, so Portobello Beach, which is the main beach resort in Edinburgh, and we're here obviously to look at what is a beautiful beach, a rocky shore and the sand behind us, but also somewhere which is potentially very vulnerable to climate change. So one of the things I want us to do first of all today is look at the wildlife on the beach, look at the if you can find starfish or crabs or seaweed, and have a think about how sea level rise and warming and acidification of the oceans, this thing where more carbon dioxide gets into the oceans, makes them more acidic, how might that be a threat to the marine life on the shore? And then once we've done that, then we'll get stuck into the real threat for this coastline, which is sea level rise.
That was my hair. Oh my god, it's so cute! No!
On our masters, which is carbon management, we talk a lot about climate change, and we talk a lot about the theory of climate change, and particularly how important the oceans are, and how sea level rise is a big threat around the world. And that's all in the lecture theatre, and that's all well and good, but actually one of the best things I think you can do is get out there and see some of it. So what we've done today is come down to the beach, looked at what's living on the shore, how that's vulnerable to climate change. We've also had all the students calculating the height of the beach and then the houses behind the beach to see how at risk they could be from climate change. So it's really an opportunity for hands-on experience. So it's backed up by stuff we've been covering in class, but it means we get some sunshine, some fresh air, and yeah, a really nice day out in Edinburgh.
Okay, got done? Good.
114.
Yeah, 114.
114.
Oh, it's really cool. I mean, we're in carbon management, so it's all about we're studying climate change, but being able to actually go out and see it and how it's affecting different places and how it could eventually affect these houses that are behind us right here. It's just really cool to have a hands-on experience with it.
We are building sandcastles to try and show how sea level rise might affect kind of areas close to the coast, and by kind of recreating our own kind of little towns near the coast. And we're trying to build defences and to see if we how much we can prevent sea level affecting our little towns. And in terms of the course, it's a nice analogue to what we've been learning in class about projected climate change and how it can cause 1 metre, 2 metre, 4 metre, and just to see how that will affect nearby coasts.
So one of the things employers tell us all the time is that at Edinburgh our students get access to some of the best knowledge in the world. We have brilliant academics, great research, and they love that, but they also want real world experience, some hands-on techniques that the students have worked with, some experience of actually working with real people in real environments. And that's something we've tried to increase in our course over the years, so that when our students graduate, they know all about climate change in theory, but they also know the practice, and it's really valuable.
Sometimes we get sort of slumped into the fact that we're going to lectures day in day, and obviously something we enjoy, but it's nice to have come out here. Obviously it's a nice day as well today, but it's refreshing to come out and be in the surroundings that potentially we would be in a job like situations that some of us may do in the future, if we choose to do that. And it's an opportunity for to socialize with a lot of our classmates that in a different way, and more of a career-based atmosphere that you don't get in the classroom. So it's that different change of perspective, which I think is quite important.
Because when the water comes and there is how do you say that? The line can...
Some of the students are very new to Edinburgh, never been to Scotland before. They're seeing Portobello at its best today, but it's a really nice thing for them to see, I guess, the environment that we're working in terms of Scotland, working on climate change. And you can see, because we've got them working in groups, they're getting to know each other really well. They're working out in terms of their relationships as a cohort as well. So this day's been really good fun all round.
Scotland's so geographically diverse, so it's really cool that we've been able to go around and see different parts of it. And the beaches here are also very different from, I'm from America, and so just the terrain that's you can find on the beaches here is just completely geographically different from what I've seen in my part of the country.
Most importantly, are you going to win the Sandcastle competition?
Yeah. We're building a lot of moats right now, which I think is a key feature in getting the water to go away, so I think we'll probably win it.
Teamwork!